Hello, dear students. I am Samsivaravu Onkailpati, Assistant Professor in SRN Vision Arts and Science College, Khammam, Telangana. Today in this video lesson, our topic is cone, equation of a cone. Actually, this is my second video in this topic. In my first video, I have explained as what is a cone and what is the definition of a cone and what are the components of cone and how to find the equation of a cone and how to generate a cone. And also I have solved some problems applying all these concepts. In this video I am going to explain you how to find the equation of a cone whenever you are given the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of base curve. So before going to that, I am also going to explain the basic concepts which we have discussed in our earlier video. Once again in a brief, see this. Cone in daily life. What is a cone? I think every one of you know, every one of you are familiar with these objects. In our daily life, we are familiar with many objects which are in cone shape. Everyone come across many objects in the nature which are in cone shape. First of all, let us see this. This is called ice cream cone, cone ice cream. So it is named after the shape cone as cone ice cream. This shape is called cone. And you can see this. This is the cap. This cap a joker put on his head in circus. The shape of this cap is also cone. You can see like this. This is the cone shape. And also this, you can see this object. This is road safety cone. This is called road safety cone. This is kept on the roads in a line to block the roads so that no one should go to that road. So this is used for that purpose. This is called road safety cone. You can see the shape of this object is cone shape. This is cone shape. So you can see many things also. Suppose see this. This is a cap. Usually children wear this cap in birthday parties. The shape of this cap is also a cone shape. See this. And you can see here also. So if you keep some material like sand or gravel on the ground, what is the shape that material takes place? Actually, the material takes the shape of a cone. You can see a cone shape here. Actually, there is the reason for that. Why a material like gravel or sand takes the cone shape when it is kept on the ground? So the reason is the cone shape is more stable than any other shape. Therefore, so that due to that reason, every material like gravel or sand or whatever it may be, whenever it is kept on the ground, it takes the shape of a cone. So what are the components of cone and what is the definition of cone theoretically? Actually, cone is a three-dimensional object. It will have both volume and surface area also. It must have volume because it is a three-dimensional object. You can see the definition of cone here. A cone is a surface generated by a straight line which pass through a fixed point and intersect a curve or touch a surface. So there is a fixed point and there is either a curve or a surface. So passing through this fixed point and intersecting this curve is a straight line. The straight line generates a cone. And also the surface generated by a straight line passing through this fixed point and touching this surface. This surface is also a cone. So cone is, you can by understanding by the definition you can easily see that, you can easily understand that a cone is generated in two ways. One is by touching a surface and another is by intersecting a curve. For example, In this case, this is the fixed point, this is the fixed point, and this is the surface. Which surface we have taken here? Here we have taken a sphere. We have taken the surface of a sphere. So you can draw a straight line passing through this fixed point and touching this surface. Also you can draw here also, not only these two, you can draw infinitely many straight lines around the surface of the sphere. So all these straight lines forms a cone. So that means this straight line, actually this is called a generator. All these straight lines passing through the fixed point and touching the surface forms a curved surface which is called a cone. So this straight line is called a generator. So obviously you can see that we will have infinitely many generators, because we can draw many straight lines with this condition around the surface of the sphere. Therefore there are infinitely many generators. See the second case. In this case, there is a fixed point and there is a curve. If you take a straight line passing through this fixed point and intersecting the curve, actually you can draw many such straight lines. You can see that all these straight lines forms a curved surface. This surface is called cone. Here also this surface is called cone, and this straight line is called generator. So you can see that there is not a unique generator, there are infinitely many generators to a cone. Therefore, in these two cases, in this case and this case, the fixed point is called vertex. Here this is the vertex, and the curve is called guiding curve. Curve is called guiding curve, and the line joining the fixed point and intersecting the curve is called generator. Here the line passing through the fixed point and touching the surface is called generator. Here this is generator and here this is generator. See this. The fixed point is called vertex and the straight line that generates the cone is called generator. How many generators to a cone are? There are infinitely many generators to a cone. The curve is called guiding curve. So the base curve or the curve we have to take to generate a cone is called either guiding curve, or there is another term to call this, or base curve. So now let us solve some problems. See this problem. Find the equation of the cone with vertex 1, 2, 3 and base y square is equal to 4ax, z is equal to 0. Here we are given that 1, 2, 3, this point is the vertex of the cone and this is the base curve or guiding curve. So whenever you are given base curve and vertex only, you can find the equation of a cone. See how do we follow, the procedure we have to follow here is, so by observing the equation of base curve, you can easily see that z is equal to 0. Actually, what is z is equal to 0? Z is equal to 0 is the equation of xy plane. And hence, by this equation, we can easily see that the base curve lies in xy plane. That is one thing. And another thing is, y square is equal to 4ax means this is the equation of a parabola. That means the base curve is a parabola which lies in xy plane. And also 1, 2, 3 is the vertex. So you can see this is like this. This is the parabola that lies in xy plane and 1, 2, 3 is the vertex. First of all, we have to find the equation of the generator. The generator is, you can see, this is the base curve and this is the vertex. First of all, we have to find the equation of the generator. The generator is a straight line passing through the vertex and intersecting the base curve. So equation of the generator can be written like this: x minus 1 by L is equal to y minus 2 by M is equal to z minus 3 by N, because 1, 2, 3 is the vertex and here L, M, N are the direction ratios of the generator. So actually we can easily see that generator intersects the base curve. So by applying this concept, So since generator intercepts the base curve, first let us take z is equal to 0. So by taking z is equal to 0, it will become 0. Therefore, you will have x minus 1 by L is equal to minus 3 by n by taking first and last. So from this we can easily write that x minus 1 by L is equal to minus 3 by n. Therefore, x is equal to 1 minus 3L by n. In the similar way, we can write y is equal to 2 minus 3m by n and also z is equal to 0. So these values of x, y are obtained by taking z is equal to 0 and the point of intersection of generator with the base curve is 1 minus 3L by n, 2 minus 3m by n, 0. This is the point where the generator meets the base curve. So, since we are saying that this point is the point where generator meets the base curve, that means this point lies on the base curve. Therefore, these coordinates must satisfy the equation of base curve. So, you can see here, this is the equation of base curve y square is equal to 4ax. Therefore, these coordinates satisfies the equation y square is equal to 4ax. Therefore, by substituting this point in y square is equal to 4ax, obviously you will get like this. Y square is equal to 4ax. Therefore, y is equal to this, x is equal to this. Therefore, you will get 2 minus 3m by n whole square is equal to 4a into 1 minus 3l by n. Therefore, here it is m by n and here it is l by n. What is m by n and what is l by n? Actually, what is the equation of generator x minus 1 by l is equal to, x minus 1 by l is equal to y minus 2 by m is equal to z minus 3 by n. From this we can write, so take first one and last one and shift L to this place and z minus 3 to this place. By interchanging these two, we can write x minus 1 by z minus 3 is equal to L by n. X minus 1 by z minus 3 is equal to L by n. In the similar way, we can write L by n is equal to x minus 1 by z minus 3. By substituting the values of m by n and l by n in this equation, we will get like this. So on simplifying this, we will get this, because z minus 3 is the LCM here. 2 into z minus 3 is equal to 2z minus 6 and minus 3 into y minus 2 is equal to minus 3y plus 6. And also here also you can get like this. So from this you can cancel minus 6 and 6 and here you can cancel 3 and 3. Here you will get z minus 3 whole square. Here there is only z minus 3. Therefore, by cancelling z minus 3 with z minus 3 whole square, you will get z minus 3 in the denominator here and you will get 1 here. Therefore, by simplifying this, finally you will get 2z minus 3y whole square is equal to 4a into z minus 3x into z, here it is z minus 3. Therefore, by shifting this to this side, you will get into z minus 3. This is the equation of required cone. So let us go to another problem. This is the equation of required cone, and we will go to another problem. So this is the statement of the problem. So I will read out the statement once again. Find the equation of the cone whose vertex is minus 1, 1, 2. Here the vertex is minus 1, 1, 2 and whose guiding curve is this. Here you can see that vertex is minus 1, 1, 2 and guiding curve is 3x square minus y square is equal to 1, z is equal to 0. So see this equation. This equation can be written like by x square by 1 by 3 minus y square by 1 is equal to 1. This is in the form x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. Here a square is equal to 1 by 3 and b square is equal to 1. Therefore, this is the equation of a hyperbola. Therefore, the guiding curve or base curve given in this problem is a hyperbola in xy plane, because it is given that z is equal to 0. Therefore the guiding curve here is a hyperbola 3x square minus y square is equal to 1 in xy plane. So as in earlier problem, first we find the equation of generator by using the vertex. Therefore this is the equation of generator wherever LMN are the direction ratios of the generator. Therefore since this generator meets the guiding curve, we can take z is equal to 0. Therefore z is equal to 0 implies we will get, actually we will have x plus 1 by L is equal to, whenever z is equal to 0 it will become 0 and only minus 2 by n is left. Therefore x plus 1 by L is equal to minus 2 by n. From this you can write x plus 1 is equal to minus 2L by n, x is equal to minus 1 minus 2L by n. In the similar way, y is equal to minus 1 minus 2 by m, 2m by n, and z is equal to 0. Therefore the coordinates of the point where generator meets the guiding curve are minus 1 minus 2L by n, 1 minus 2m by n, 0. So what we are saying that this is these are the coordinates of the point where the generator meets the base curve. So that means this point lies on the base curve, and hence the coordinates of this point satisfies the equation of base curve. Therefore by substituting these coordinates in 3x square minus y square is equal to 1, you will get like this. You can see this. See this. So by substituting these values in this equation, you will get like this. Therefore we can follow already. Actually in previous problem we follow one procedure, and in this problem we are following a different procedure. So in previous problem we have substituted the values of L by n, m by n given by the equation of generator, but in this problem we are following the different procedure. We are not taking like that, just we are taking the LCM of these two values. So by simplifying this, n is the LCM, here you will get minus n minus 12, here you will get n minus 2m by n. On squaring of these terms you will get like this, and here you will get n square, and here you will get n square, and by shifting n square to this side you will get n square on right side. Therefore on simplifying the entire equation, finally you will get this. So you can observe that this is the equation. In this equation you can observe that in this equation each term is of degree 2, because here L square, m square, n square, here ln, here mn. Therefore every term of this equation is of degree 2, and hence what happens? So what is L and what is m and what is n here? So the equation of generator is x plus 1 by L is equal to y minus 1 by m is equal to z minus 2 by n. So if you take this as r, then we will have L is equal to x plus 1 by r. In the similar way, m is equal to y minus 1 by r, and n is equal to z minus 2 by r. L is equal to x plus 1 by r, m is equal to y minus 1 by r, and n is equal to z minus 2 by r. By taking all these values in this equation, you will get this. You may have a doubt, where how, because L is equal to x plus 1 by r, there is r in the denominator, and in value of m and in the value of n also there is r in denominator. Where this r has gone? Because here you will get r square, here you will get r square, here you will get r square, so that in every equation, in every term of this equation you will get r square in the denominator. By taking r square as LCM and shifting this r square to this side, you will get like this. You will get like this. So on simplifying this equation, you will get like this, and adding or subtracting the like terms, finally on simplification you will get this equation: 12x square minus 4y square plus z square plus 4yz plus 12zx minus 4 is equal to 0. This is the equation of required cone. We will see another problem. Obtain the locus of the lines which pass through the point alpha, beta, gamma, and through the point of the conic x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, z is equal to 0. Conic means either parabola or ellipse or hyperbola are called conics. Here the base curve is, here it is given z is equal to 0, that means base curve lies in xy plane, and also the equation of the base curve is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. This is the equation of a ellipse. Everyone of know that this is the equation of ellipse. That means here the base curve is nothing but an ellipse in xy plane, and also alpha beta is the vertex. So we will follow the same procedure to find the locus of the lines, means locus of generators, nothing but the equation of the cone. Actually instead of asking to find the equation of the cone directly, it is in this problem you are asked to find the locus of the lines, means locus of the generators. So nothing but we have to find the equation of a cone. Equation of line passing through alpha beta gamma is this. Here element are the direction traces of the generator, and also this line meets the base curve, therefore we can take z is equal to 0. By taking z is equal to 0, we will get like this: alpha minus gamma L by n, beta minus gamma m by n, 0. This is the point where generator meets the base curve. This is the point where generator meets the base curve. So this point obviously satisfies this equation. So therefore the coordinates of this point satisfy the equation x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. Therefore you can substitute the coordinates in this equation. By doing that, you will get like this: take x is equal to alpha minus gamma L by n and y is equal to beta minus gamma m by n. In this equation you will get like this. So on simplifying this entire equation, so before going to simplification, we will have, so what is L by n? From taking this term and this term, we will have L by n is equal to x minus alpha by z minus gamma, and by taking these two terms we will have m by n is equal to y minus beta by z minus gamma. Therefore L by n is equal to x minus alpha by z minus gamma, and m by n is equal to y minus beta by z minus gamma. Therefore by putting these two values L by n x minus alpha by z minus gamma, and m by n y minus beta by z minus gamma in this equation, we will get this equation. And on simplification, finally we will get 1 by a square into this is equal to 1 by b square into this whole square is equal to 1. So on taking LCM and shifting the denominator to either side or right side, we will get b square into alpha z minus gamma x whole square plus a square into beta z minus gamma y whole square is equal to a square b square into z minus gamma whole square. This is the equation of the cone which we have to find in this problem, that is b square into alpha z minus gamma x whole square plus a square into beta z minus gamma y whole square is equal to a square b square z minus gamma whole square. This is the solution of the problem. So all the problems we have solved in this video are of same type. What are the problems what we have solved? In each problem, what we have to find? We have to find the equation of a cone. For that we are given the equation of a vertex and equation of base curve. So using these two components, we have obtained the equation of a curve. The procedure is, in the step 1 we have find the equation of the generator, and we have applied the concept that generator meets the base curve, and hence we have obtained the point where generator meets the base curve, and substituting this point in the equation of generator and simplifying, finally we got the equation of the cone. This is the procedure when you are given the equation of, when you are given the components vertex and base curve. To find the required equation of cone, you have to follow this procedure. Thank you very much.